Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another spooky get ready with me. I don't really know what I'm going to call this one. I've had names for all the other ones but I don't know what I'm going to call this one yet. But we are going to be doing this beautiful, fun, spooky look. I love how this turned out. I just went with it. I just let it happen as it happened. And yeah, I hope you all are excited to see how I done this. In this video we're just going to be chatting a little bit about a new spooky movie that I watched recently, about just general things. Not really much chatty, it's more focused on the makeup though. But yeah, it's a fun little video, fun little look, and I'm very excited. I'm not going anywhere, as usual. I usually film for no reason. And yeah, but I really like this. I kind of want to wear this to work one of the days. I think so. Just before we get into the tutorial for this look and the little get ready with me, the chatting away, my Instagram is linked down below where I post all the up close eye pictures and full face pictures of all of my looks, and my TikTok is down there for a little bit of extra content if you want to go give both of those a follow. Alrighty, let's not ramble anymore because we are going to ramble a lot in this video. So let's get into our get ready with me. Okay guys, so we are here. We are going to get into this little get ready with me. I have already got my foundation on, my brows on, and my eyeshadow primer on, just because I want to do kind of what I done in my Nightmare on Elm Street 2 looks on palette when I did the second look. I think I'm going to get a bit of fall down from this because I'm going to use a lot of black and grey and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to leave my concealer and all that kind of stuff till I finish up the top part of the eyes, and then I'll do the bottom part after I do my under eye concealer. But that will all be listed down below so you can see what I use there. I'm very shiny, I am aware, but I'll be putting powder on soon. So for this look, I'm feeling a halo eye, but I'm feeling a halo eye that's black and orange and like a real, like, not sharp, but like, what would you call it? A really long halo in the middle and quite rounded on either side. Just something, and I've got some cute little bat glitters, orange and black. That's the kind of vibe we're going for. So for this look, I wanted to bust out my beautiful Ghost Face palette. This one here, there's floof on it. Let me get rid of that. There you go. My Ghost Face palette, because it's all just greys and cool tones. So I'm going to use a little bit of the black. Probably going to use this shade here and a little bit of this to blend out as well. And then I have a couple of different palettes for orange because I don't really know what kind of orange I want. Not sure exactly which kind I want yet. But we're going to start with the blacks and greys and just see how we get on. And of course, Mr. Ghostface Mirror is what we're going for. So we're going to start with the shade Vintage Mask, which is the black in the palette. And I'm taking that on a Blend Bunny B4 brush. And I'm just going to start with that, very small. So I'm not blending this out or anything like that because the other grey is going to do that for me. I'm just going to place this shade where I want it in the deepest pockets of my eye. And I'm going to take a little bit on the inner corner as well, just to start that halo shape going. And I'm just going to slowly build that up a little bit. So since it's a get ready with me, let's chat about what I've been up to. Not much, considering I've been filming a lot. What have I been up to? So I went to see Terrifier 3. That was fun. Very gory, very like really plays into the gore and is excessive with it. So if you're not into gore, you're not gonna like it. I found it very fun, considering, like, you know, as much as anyone can enjoy gore. There was a couple of scenes that made me cringe and stuff like that, but it was just fun. I just love Art the Clown. I think he's hilarious. So I went to see that with my friend and her boyfriend, and my boyfriend actually came too. My boyfriend doesn't really like horror movies. I've said this before. It's not something that he particularly chooses to watch. He will watch it because I have one on, and he's never usually watching it with me. He does watch some with me. If I really want to watch something, he will watch it with me, but usually I just stick it on and he might start glancing at it or something like that. I think he secretly likes them. He just doesn't want to admit it. But yeah, I was like, oh my god, like, my friend Shauna is going to see this with her boyfriend on Sunday. Do you want to go see it? And I was expecting to say no, which meant I would just third wheel with them. And he's like, yeah, sure, because he watched the second one with me, or parts of it anyway. And he finds them really fun as well. He loves Art the Clown. He thinks he's hilarious as well. We kind of have the same opinions on it. And he's like, yeah, I'm up for that. So we went to see it and it was very fun. Okay, once I have that placed, we're not blending at all until I get to this shade here. So we're going to take the shade Halloween Icon. So the first shade I did to show you was this one here, just the black. And we're going to take Halloween Icon. You could use this one, but I'm going to use this one. I think I prefer to use this one because the one pure ghost face, this one here, it has a little bit of like a mauvey sort of tone to it, which I don't really want. I want this to be like true grey. And I'm taking this on the Friday the 13th brush from Glamlight, just kind of pinched, fluffy, very soft brush. And we are going to start blending out that shade. Now this is also quite a dark shade, so you still want to be careful with it, but it just means you've got a little bit more wiggle room with this one. And I'm not bringing this into the crease. Normally what I do is take my blending shade and start running it back and forward between the crease. I am not doing that here because I want the inner center part of the crease to be very bare. But yeah, we went to see Terrifier 3 and 12 people walked out of the cinema, which I think is hilarious. I think it just makes the movie more enjoyable for me. We were kind of counting how many people walked out. Now, whether they walked out because it was too gory or because they just weren't enjoying it, I'm not sure, but you just have to be the right kind of person for it, I think. You have to be into horror movies. You have to, you know, accept the horror element of it in order to really get what you want out of it, which I do. I do that with most movies. I just go into a horror movie knowing it's a horror movie and accepting the tropes, accepting the jump scares, accepting the unexplainable parts, you know, the plot holes and things like that. Like, why would you go in there if there's a noise coming from there? If you don't go in, we don't have a movie. You just have to deal with that. So yeah, that's really all I watch because my boyfriend's Fire Stick thing is actually not working at the minute. So a lot of the horror movies I want to watch I can't get access to them right now. So I've been kind of horror movie-less recently, which is kind of sad, but he better have it working soon because I have more that I want to watch. And also, you know, on Halloween night where we're not going out because it's a Thursday night, I'm going to be watching horror movies all day, the entire day. I start them early. This shade is also going to be a little bit messy for a little bit until I get into my last shade because it's grey, it's quite dark and I'm blending up high. You'll want something like the next shade that I'm going to use to soften it out. But we're just blending both the outer and inner part of the eye. Okay, so now I'm going to take Chilled Frost, which is this kind of beigey tan, very light tan shade here. And this will just give me something to help blend the grey into the skin. You could use also Movie Night if you're even paler than I am, which is hard to be because I'm very pale. But I am going to use this shade because it'll still give that cool tone but help blend into my skin, especially right around these edges is where I'm going to blend this. Just give us some sort of gradient going on. Again, underneath kind of makes it look really messy. It won't be as messy once I tidy up underneath, don't worry. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is take Vintage Mask again, that deep black shade. Obviously it's deep black because it's black, but you know what I mean. We're going to take this on a BH Cosmetics Rose Gold number 10 brush, just a little pencil brush. And I'm going to work a little bit on my lower lash line just with this black shade because again I don't want there to be a mess. And just on the outer corner, just a third of the way in, like even that's probably a tiny bit too much, just to give us a halo on the bottom, and the same in here. A little bit on the inner part of the eye and leave that gap in the middle. But I'm not going to blend this yet until I start doing till I have my base finished. I will do that because what I'm going to kind of do is do this bit, go off and do my base, come back, and then we can do the orange and all that kind of stuff because I want the orange to blend quite far down underneath my eye, but I want my concealer there first. Does that make sense? It's a little bit back and forward, but you know, the process makes sense when you're actually doing it. Okay, so let's see what the damage is from the black eyeshadow, see if it was correct to do it. Oh, it's actually not too bad. Surprisingly, not that bad. So I'm just going to jump off. I'm going to finish off my base because the eyes, the bulk of like the scary part of the eyes is done. And then we'll come back and we'll do the orange. Okay, so face is on. Apart from highlighter, I didn't do that yet. I just kind of threw my basic face on and I tidied up under my eyes. And I think it looks a lot cleaner, a lot smoother. It looks beautiful. So we're just going to blend out the lower lash line now. And I'm just going to kind of repeat what I done on top. So I've got the black already there. We're going to take Halloween Icon again, and I have this on a 219S from MAC, and we're just going to run that right along the edge, overlapping the black, connecting the blend on the outer corner, and then the same in here, just kind of overlap with the black just to get a nice start to our gradient. And we're losing gap in here on the lower lash, and I always like when I start blending, the blend kind of takes over a little bit. But I do have a white base I'm going to put down for the orange so it still pops. And then lastly, I'm just going to take a little base shadow brush from Real Techniques, just like a flat and fluffy brush. And we're going to take the shade, what is it called again? Chilled Frost, the beige sort of shade that I use to blend out all my edges. And we're just going to use that to soften out the edge of the greys on the bottom. I basically want this look to be like super, super cool tones and then this fiery orange down the middle. That's the idea I'm going for here. So we're going to go into the fiery orange, but just before that, I want to take a little bit of my NYX Milk Jumbo pencil. And that is just going to be our white base down the middle. Just gonna rub a little bit of that on down the center in a line, kind of thicker as it gets towards lash, just like a triangle. That's the kind of shape I'm going for. And bringing it up past the crease as well, because I want the orange to pop there as well. And then the same on the lower lash. We're just gonna wiggle a little bit in the middle. I'm gonna pull a little bit of it down, just like that. I'm just gonna take my finger, because it's the heat of the finger will kind of melt it in, and just kind of pat it into the skin so it's not too harsh. Okay, so we have our nice shape going. Really liking it already. So I'm gonna actually jump into this palette, which I'm gonna use a little bit more towards the end of the month. But this is our Haunted Europe palette from Nomad, and the reason why is because I wanted this. I want this orange right here. I might add a darker orange, but I don't really know. I'm just gonna see how this looks, because I do want it to be nice and bright. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of that, what is it called, Frankenstein shade, the orange, and this is just a little brush I got forever ago. I don't know where it's from, there's no name on it. And I'm going to start with this in the crease and then just start flicking it upwards. So by flicking it means it's going to like naturally start to fade. Yeah, no, I don't think I need a darker shade than that. I think that's perfect. And then what I'm actually going to do is take a little bit of that on either side, right next to the grey, because down that center part I'm going to put a little bit of shimmer. And I do still want this to kind of blend in, but I don't mind it being a little bit more on the harsher side than I normally have it. And then for the lower, just taking the same brush, because it's a big area that I'm working with down here. I'm just taking a little bit of that and wiggling that in the middle. Don't rub too much, you don't want to lose the orange into the greys, so just kind of pressing it on. And then give it a little wiggle, and then start to flick that down as well over that white base. It's funny because the original idea I had for this was actually just like a silver and grey black halo white and then the orange on the bottom. But as I was thinking about more, I was like, no, I want the orange on the top. I want more orange in it. And also, thank you guys so much. There's been a couple of suggestions for orange blushes. I've gotten Give Me Glow, I can't think of the name of it, but there's a Give Me Glow mustard one. And I'm definitely going to look into that Singe Beauty one as well. I think they're the two I'm probably going to get around Black Friday. Thank you so much, because I've been needing orange. This is not even orange enough for me. It's more coral. I want like this colour. You know what I mean? Maybe not as bright as this, but this tone, this kind of yellowy orange. Oh yeah, that is fun. Oh, I really like that. Very cool. Kind of clown-like, but that's not really like the vibe I'm going for. I'm nearly kind of thinking like pumpkin vibes, but not quite. You know what I mean? Like a pumpkin glam. But it does kind of look clown-like as well, so you could do either or. Okay, so now from that same palette, I'm going to take Boogeyman, this gold here, which seems like a weird choice, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. It's kind of going to look like a little bit of a flame down the middle. And I'm going to pick up a little bit of that on, this is another Friday the 13th brush from Glamlight, just a small little flat brush. And it kind of has like a green-orange fleck through it. Not use any glitter primer because the base I used was quite tacky. I'm just going to do a little triangle of that down the middle in that little gap that I left, but not bringing it up as high as what that orange is. I want the matte to be in the crease. And then you can go back and forth between the orange and the golds to kind of get your edges like around these side parts to be a little bit more blended if you need to. Okay, I think that is all. I think my inner corner highlight is going to be my face highlight. So we're just going to do that. I'm going to jump off. I'm going to finish off my face, do my hair. She needs to be brushed. Pop my hair up into a giant ponytail basically, put some spooky on, and I will finish out this video. Alrighty guys, so this is how we finish off the look. I went for it with this one. It's just, I just wanted to add lots of stuff. I wanted to add lots of glitters that I haven't used before, or ones that I have used, and I'm just excited. So let me go through everything that I used on my face. So to finish off the eyes, I done quite simple with kind of finish off the eyes, just liner and mascara and lashes. Before liner, it's 3 different liners. So I wanted to do the black where the black was on my lower lash line, and I wanted to do an orange down the middle. So for that, these are all the Salmon gel liners. I've got 15, which is the black one, 003, which is a yellow, and 002, which is the orange. The orange comes up a little bit more red orange, so that's why the yellow is there, kind of mixed, like put the orange in and put a little bit of the yellow on top just to get a more accurate sort of colour there. My mascara is my Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara, as I have been using recently. And then for my lashes, I wanted something kind of wispy and weeny to fill the shape of this as well, but nothing that's going to like take over and cover up that gorgeous orange. So I just went in with my Iconic Lights from House of Lashes. For cheeks, I went in with my Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Sun Kissed Glow Bronzer in the shade Fair, if I can get it open. She's very dirty and well loved. As you can see, I've definitely hit pan. I brought this on holidays with me, so I use this a lot. Yeah, that's just my bronzer, just to give me a little bit of shape and warmth to the face. On to blush then, I went in with my Sleek Blush by 3 in Lace. And the shade, I think, is Chantilly. It's this orangey one here. But it's still not orange enough for me. It's more coral. I want more orange. So there you go. And then for a highlight, I want something that has that kind of orange flash. It also has a slight green shift in certain lights as well, but more orange. So that's what I have on my highlight here and on my inner corner, which I think matches beautifully. This is the Kaleidos Space Age highlighter in the shade Prophecy. This one here, I don't know if you can see the shift in that, but you can see it on my face. And it's gorgeous. And then for lips, I had such a hard time deciding on what lip I wanted. Like, I literally have like gloss, I've got a liquid lip, I've got another liquid lip which I actually went with. This is the Odin's Eye matte lip, the Alva matte lip stain in the shade Ripe Papaya. Not my favorite formula, it's a little bit on the drier side, but the color, I wanted like this kind of orange but a little bit deeper. So like a burnt orange, that's kind of what I wanted for this, but I needed the right tone. I didn't want it to be too red, too terracotta. I wanted it to be orange, but not as neon as this one, which I was thinking of using, which is Jeffree Star, which would pull a little bit more coral. This is what we went with. So that is it. That is our little get ready with, using a few more spooky bits, a couple of fun glitters. Oh, the glitters, I forgot to mention the glitters. Oh my god, the big bats are the Glitter Lambs Spooky Bat Party. They come in black and orange. When you buy glitter lambs, by the way, they don't come in little pots like this. I've depotted mine into these just because it's easier. They come in little baggies, like little clear Ziploc bags. But not a Ziploc, you know, the one that you just pinch together. Those ones, very hard to explain. And the bats, one bag filled like 5 of these. So I just depotted them into these little containers and just wrote little labels on them so I know which ones they are. That's what they are. And then for my other glitter, where is it gone? Yes, one of my favorite glitters from Apocalyptic Beauty. This is the All Hallows Eve. It's actually got little, it's more of like a yellowy orange, like way more yellow than the one that I have on me now. But I didn't want any of the bats out of it. I just wanted the kind of round glitters that are in it, so I went with those. I tried to just pick those out and just kind of filled in like a little trail of the glitter around the eyes. And now that is it. That is everything that is on my face. So I want to know down in the comments below, what have you guys been up to? How is your spooky season going? Mine has been going quite well. Stressful, but well. And I'm just having a lot of fun creating all these gorgeous looks. I think they're so fun. If you did like this video, give me a big thumbs up down below. It's the quickest, simplest and easiest way to give me a little bit of support. Get me around to more people and also let me know that you like the video, and I'll continue to do many more. And don't forget to subscribe down below to see many more videos coming. We have got a tag video coming. Actually, I didn't mention in the video. I'm going to be filming a tag right after this of me doing kind of opinions on horror movies. Well, not opinions, it's a prompt thing. It's like the one I done last year, but it's going to be very similar but different prompts for horror movies. I'm going to be filming it right after this, which is going to be very fun. And obviously more looks, more palettes, more that kind of jazz. So hit subscribe down below for all that. And as I said in the beginning, my Instagram is linked down below. I post all the up close eye pictures and full face pictures of all of my looks, and my TikTok is down there for a little bit of extra content if you want to go give both of those a follow. And that is it. That is our get ready with me. So I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.